Yesterday we learned the halacha of how long to wait after fleishik to milchik. Today we're going to learn the halacha how long to wait after milchik to fleishik. So the Gemara in Chul in Daf Kuf Hey with Aleph, the Gemara says, "Bo'mine Rav Asim Rav Yochanan, kama yisha ben basar legvina." How long you have to wait after eating the meat till you eat the gvina? Amar le v'lo klum. It says you don't have to wait any time. Then the Gemara brings from Rav Chizda, ochal. Basar osur lechel gvina. If you ate meat, you cannot eat right away after that gvina. But gvina mutar lechel basar. Pashas in the Gemara Mashma, there's all the restrictions of waiting time. It's after the meat, but after the gvina, there's no restrictions of time. That's Mashma from the Pashas of the Gemara. The Shulchan Aruch also paskin like this. He says. And the pay test halacha base ochal gvina mutar lechel acharav basar miyad. However, there is some restrictions. Bilvad shiyayin yodov shleibem shum dover me'agvina nidbak boem. And many times you have to wash the hands. If it's 100% clean, let's say you ate with a fork, with a knife, and it's clean, you don't have to. Vimu balala shleechel ayin oisom hetav tzorgel rochatzom v'tzorgel kanayach piv. You already learned about that kinuach means something solid, like a bread or something solid. Well, hadichoy, and he says, "Vakinuach shiyulos pas v'yikanach b'piv yofer," and he says, and the hadochet, you should drink some water or wine. That's how you rinse your mouth. So that's according to Shulchan Aruch. That's how you paskin. There's really no time between gvina and basar. You could eat it right away. But over here, interesting. Yesterday, the Rama was more makil. More than the Shulchan Aruch, legabe the time of waiting. The Shulchan Aruch says 6 hours after meat. The Rama says, according to the Tosfos, right after the meal, after the bench, you could, by the new Su'uda, according to Tosfos, you could eat right away your milchik. But however, he says the minute to wait 1 hour, and the end he concluded, v'nochon lahachmir. It's a good idea to machmir 6 hours, like the mechaber. But over here is more machmir. V'yesh machmirin, afilu v'bosar achar gvina, b'chen no yihagim. And some machmirim what? How long it doesn't say. So the Chaguras Shmuel and the Levush, he says, everybody according to his own minhag. If you wait 6 hours after the meat, so according to this Yesh Machmir of the Ramo, you're going to wait 6 hours after Gvina. And if you wait 1 hour, you're going to wait also 1 hour after Gvina. So it depends on your minhag, how you noyeg with the meat. The same thing you will be noyeg after the Gvina. That's what the Ramo says over here. Then he adds.
Jerusalem, there's certain.
We're going to talk about it in a minute. Then he says, "Shekol dan mashman from the Ramo." It doesn't it refers to all the milchik. It says, "Shekol shagvino." Excuse me, hello, sir. Excuse me, please. Shekol shagvino kosher. If it's a hard cheese, and ochle macharei afilu basar oif kmo begvina achar basar. So mashma that the whole chumrah that the Ramo brought, you have to wait. Like after fleishik, it's only if it's a gvina kosher. Then he says, and in parentheses, v'chenu b'zoyer. We're going to talk about the zoyer in a minute. It says v'yesh mekilin. Some people are mekil, like the mechaber that right after the milk you eat your fleishik. With the restrictions he brought, washing your hands, washing your mouth. V'yesh mekilin, then limchos rak shi'asu kinuach v'adocha v'netilas yadam. Miu tov lachma. Meaning, that's what he brought over there that you have to do. Wash your hands, or wash your mouth, or eat something. But he says, but the time is yesh mekilin and limchos b'yadam. You don't have to rebuke them. But it says miu tov lachma. That's what he says. Now, so first of all, something is obvious according to the Ramo. If it's milk, if it's a soft cheese, you don't have to wait. There's not even a place to chumrah. So what's the definition of gvina kosher? So the Shach says the definition of gvina kosher. It says, "Uminastam imi yeshona vav chadoshim chashuva kosher." If it was an old cheese that was aged 6 months, it's already called gvina yeshana. But if it's not aged 6 months, it's not. So Lamaisa, according to the Shach, what would be with the hard cheese today? The one.
Parmesan.
Hold on, we're gonna get there. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the Jerusalem pizza. I'm gonna get there. So he says, what you buy in the store today, all this hard cheese, that sliced cheese, that's called gvina kosher. So it depends. If it's already packed already, that's not even you have it in your packing after 6 months. That's not called gvina yeshana, because over there it's already closed hermetically, airtight. That's not called gvina. It's like a wine. Wine, if it's sitting in a bottle 2 years, it's not called old wine. It's already comes with the sulfite, with preservatives. Yeshona meaning they leave it with afka to age over there, to ferment. So if there was sitting 6 months to be Yeshona, but most of the gvinas today, unless it's like he said Parmesan, it's not gvina Yeshona. So according to the Shach, any regular cheese or even cheese that look sliced cheese, it's not won't be gvina Yeshona. That's l'choyer according to the Shach. Furthermore, the Taz goes even further than the Shach. He says, even that Gvina Yeshona, where the Shach says 6 months, says it's not called Gvina Yeshona. What's called Gvina Yeshona? He says Metulas, the one which is naturally have a hole in them. Not if the company made a hole in them to make it look like the real cheese. It's a fake cheese if the company made the holes. If the hole become through the worms, they made a hole in the cheese. That's called Gvina Yeshona, Gvina Kosher. Over there, you have to be machman. So according to the Taz, even old cheese, 6 months, if it's not metulas, you don't see the real holes. Again, you have to find out what's the real holes, which a company made it. So it's not called Gvina Yeshona. And he says like this, and lahachmir, but anything that below the at, yosam meknuach v'nikur shenayim, v'adachas pe b'yadayim, ki im mishaneg b'tosefes prishus v'zehirus. Kenir elanius daiti, the Taz says. Only if you know to do, you do things mamash or do a lot of chumras over here, you could do it. But otherwise, anything below that cheese that has holes in it from worms, you don't have to wait the time. Okay, so now the Lamaisa, what to do over here? So he says v'chen muva b'zoyar. So if you look on the Zoyar, many quote the Zoyar, the Levush and others, many the Shach brings the Zoyar. So l'choyre, if you look at the Zoyar, that the whole chumrah over there of if the whole basis is the Zoyar, so l'choyre, according to the Zoyar, you could only wait 1 hour, because the Zoyar brings over there in Parshas Mishpatim, here is the Lashon. Tu ishtakn the whole man the ochil high mechlo dis chaber kechado. It talks about over here things that you're not allowed to connect. Meat on its own, it's kosher. Milk on its own, when you connect them kechado, that becomes like kilaim. That's not allowed to eat. He says, and not only this chaber kechado, but b'shayt chado. If even you eat them separately, but within 1 hour, or b'sudos chado, even more than 1 hour, but that's in one su'uda, as I mentioned yesterday, the separation have to be through bench. And you eat them in one su'uda. It says, Arboin yomin is chazia gadyom bekalso bekalfoy, lagabe inun de le'ela v'siyato mesovan. It says, appears to the person, and he himself, as we'll see later on, he looks like a goat with a skin that connected to the group of impure group over there, come from Koicha Satuma, and he says, Miskarvan Bahada Vegorim Lisaro Dinin Baalmo. He brings judgment to the world, Dinin Deloy Kadishim, Dinin that's not holy. And he says, furthermore, it's very makbid the Zohar on it. If somebody like doesn't keep that 1 hour, obviously after the meat, even Al Pinigla will wait 6 hours. But even after the milk, and mashma has nothing to do with giving a kosher according to this. There's some Hasidim makmer, even any milk or any soft cheese, you wait 1 hour, and it says, if God, you don't wait, if somebody didn't care for it, he did eat after the cheese or the milk within 1 hour or within one suda, the meat, he says, if he had a child born to him in those days, they're giving him an neshama to this child from the other side, not a hole in the neshama. The law is strict. You don't need that, he says. Same thing when you try to be holy, Hashem helps to be holy. Something he says also if you're coming to be not holy, they help you also not to be holy. He says when it makes some bom choser aleph, the word when it makes some bom, it says missing aleph, such an impurity, it's so verstopped, it's so closed, that means no opening for light of Kedusha over there. The lesser reshul is dako ochi, like you have no right to purify yourself after that. Kishar zine de musamusa de medatkin. Other impurity you could purify yourself later on. Over here it says very difficult to purify. Oh, then he adds one more thing. I'm finishing with this. The mistafin mechevan bishon. The home, the mistafin mechevan, that person that ate that milk and right after that the meat without waiting 1 hour. He says he'll be afraid of bad animals. Mechevan bishon. Why? When they look at this person that didn't wait that 1 hour, he looked at them like a goat to the bad animals. This person that ate the meat after the milk, he looks like a goat to them, not a human being. And they could hurt him. The Salmo de Barnash is avar minay. Because the tzelem of human being was ever. So you see from here the severity, according to the Zohar, eating al pi nigla, which as the Gemara says, you could eat right away the flesh after the meat. No, it says you have to wait 1 hour. So it comes out like this, the conclusion. According, the Mechaber didn't mention anything to wait. The Ramo brings to wait, and again, depends according to 6 hours, 1 hour. Since the whole thing is based on that Zohar, according to Zohar, it talks about 1 hour, so some people make it, even after hard cheese, even Parmesan cheese, to wait only 1 hour. Because again, did the Gemara, you could eat right away afterwards. And even if you machmir according to that Zohar, it says 1 hour. So if you want to wait 6 hours, like the Taz says, Kodesh Yomer Loi, but if not, so after the fleishik, the minhag oilam, to wait 6 hours, after the milchik, at least 1 hour. Okay, go ahead.